My name is John Anfinson, and I'm the Executive Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council. Thank you to Speaker Johnson and Representative Issa for coming here again to see the border once again with their own eyes, because there's no substitute for being here in person. The men and the women of the Border Patrol continue to be in this precarious position. They're stuck between their desire to do the job that they were trained to do and the White House's policies that prevent them from doing that job. The President's executive order last month is being touted as a success because the number of encounters by the Border Patrol have decreased. And that's right, fewer people are being encountered by the Border Patrol between the ports of entry. But that's not the whole story, because instead of crossing illegally between the ports, asylum seekers, many of whom are only seeking to abuse the system, are now primarily showing up at ports of entry and airports. So much so that customs officers in June encountered more asylum seekers than the Border Patrol did. So essentially, the only thing that's changed since the executive order went into effect is that the processing is happening in a different place. Customs officers have their own jobs to do, and many of them can't because now they are having to do the same processing that Border Patrol agents have been doing for years and continue to do. So this isn't just a Border Patrol issue now it's all of CBP. And while fewer asylum seekers between the ports does get some agents back into the field, there's still far too many of them stuck indoors processing, both on the southwest border and the northern border. We still have hundreds of known gotaways every day disappearing into the country. And actually, since the executive order went into place, we're seeing an average of about 2,500 gotaways every week. And for the most part, these gotaways are people who know that they wouldn't be able to use the asylum system to enter for one reason or another, including those that have a criminal history and know that they would get in more trouble if they're taken into custody. Assaults on agents continue because people are illegally entering knowing that this is a unique chapter along the border, and they don't know if this is their only chance to enter, knowing that all they have to do is get past that agent that's standing in their way. So some of them fight. We're grateful that there are still some in the House and Senate that are willing to come to the border again and again to see and shed some light on basically what's happening here, because even today, the issue of border security sometimes takes a backseat to some other news. But day in, day out, 24 hours a day, agents are here dealing with this. And while I'm glad that some agents are back in the field, actually doing their job, far too many are still handcuffed by the White House's policies.